do you make money? How to make money? That's a big question that's burning on the minds of many people. And believe it or not, I have the answer. Of my life here online, which has been like 14 years, but the last 5 years I've made my income exclusively online, and it was a journey. It was definitely a journey, and many people want to be able to do that. I am one of the few people in my circle that is a internet marketer or internet income person that makes all my money online. I don't have a job. I don't do anything else except this, and I teach courses. But when I was doing some research, because to me, in my mind, the way to make money is to start a business, I found that that's not what people are looking for. People are looking for ways to make money because times are tough. And they're going to get tougher because we have more people than we have what I call credible jobs. And a credible job is a job that you work one job, and that's enough money for you to pay all your bills and support your family. Those are rare. And they're going to become even more rare because of disruption and the way that the economy is changing. To me, the best way to circumvent dire circumstances in your economic life is to start a business. But that's not how most people think. And the reasons are very simple. We were taught to make money legitimately: go to school, get a degree, go into the military, an apprenticeship, or a vocation. If you're doing anything that is contrary to any of those disciplines, it may look a little shady. It may look a little weird, because who sits at home on their ass and makes a desirable income not working that hard? It almost seems like a pipe dream. And that's the way many people look at it. And I'll tell you what I have to offer, and I'll just be straight up. I have something to sell you. I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush, but I'm going to tell you why. One of the things that I see is many people have a misunderstanding on how to make money. They build up all of these buffers of stuff that they must do in order to make money, when making money is a very simple proposition. You have a service, you have a product, you do something, you sell it to people. That's making money. That's it. It's not the name of your corporation. It's not the office space. It's not the car you drive. It's none of that stuff. But many people get caught up in it, and they can't really figure out how to get down to the nuts and bolts of actually making money, because they get caught up in the minutia or the peripheral aspects of making money while completely ignoring the core techniques that actually make money. I see it every day. I'm a business consultant. I've talked to many people all around the world, and the thing is, you have to get out of your own way. Drill it down, make it very simple, which brings me to why I'm here. What's going on right now is we live in a very disruptive world. Either you're going to be part of that disruptive world, or you're going to get ran over by it. That's where we are today. And it's just going to accelerate because technology is not going to stop. It's just not. So I ask you this question. Do you want to make more money than you're currently making? Do you want to have more freedom at some point after you start the business? I'll be really clear about that. For you to start today, it may be 6 months, it may be 2 years before you get to that freedom level, but you'll get there if you do the work. 25 ways to make money without a job. That's one of the big things about this channel. For years and years, it's been 3 so far. I've been talking about how to make money. Well, there's several ways that I've made money without a job, because I haven't had a job since early 2001. That was the last time I had a job. And there's other people that I know who haven't had jobs in a long time. So what I'm going to discuss is 25 ways that these people have, or myself, have either made a full-time income or a part-time income without a job. Number 1, sales. That was the granddaddy of everything. I started off when I was in Fort McPherson, selling stuff out of a catalog, going to multi-level marketing, meetups, and I learned how to sell stuff. I can't stress how important it is to learn how to sell. There are people, I don't want to sell anything. I don't want to, everything is sales, everything is marketing. Politics, school, dating, everything. I don't care if you don't want to do it. You are impacted by it, whether you like it or not. So you got a choice. You can become really good at it and help yourself out and make money, or be the victim of it. Two choices. That's it. Many people are, I don't like being sold to. Every day of the week, you're being sold to. You just don't know it. Buying and reselling. Different thing. Sales, you can have a job. You can sell insurance. You can sell cars. You can work for someone. You can work for yourself. But sales is, like I said, the cornerstone, the foundation for everything. But buying and reselling is different because you need another set of skills, another set of skill sets. Makes any sense? Good. First of all, you need to know how to buy properly, because you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. But that's another way. That's how I made an income, a great income, for damn near a decade. Okay. Buying and selling gold. You see it on the television, and it's like, we buy gold, all kind of crazy people. You see folks out there on the street spinning signs. Understand what's happening with our dollar. It's going in the crapper. Slowly sometimes fast, but it's a problem. And people are looking for safe haven assets, which is gold. Gold's physical. It is what it is. I don't expect gold prices to come down. I actually expect them to increase. We had a nice little jump not too long ago, and there are many people predicting that's going to do way better than that in the future. So buying and selling gold is still a good bet. Craigslist. There's so many ways. I wrote a book about it. It's on Kindle. You can have at it. You can make a phenomenal amount of money on Craigslist, but it's hard work, but it's there. Flipping. Anything. Houses, cars, appliances. I once flipped a warehouse of appliances for some other stuff. A friend of a friend knew that I sold stuff. I had the contacts, and essentially I'm talking about a few thousand appliances. Flipped, made a lot of money. You flipping is only limited to your imagination, because what people like is a predetermined program, such as buy this course, I'll flip this house, so on and so forth. There's money literally walking around on the streets if you're looking for it in the right places. Speaking of money, currency trading. I actually know I know four people. Four. I know four people who make a full-time living trading currency. Here in Georgia, are they like multi-billionaires? No. One makes $85,000 a year, another one makes $150,000, another one makes around $2,000, and another one, he's kind of alluded, but he's definitely over six figures. They work half a day. Actually, it's pretty sweet. I'm probably going to get into it a little later on, because, I've got something else going on right now. Start a business. Real easy. Any kind of business, whatever. That's how you can make money without a job. Picking. There are so many levels of picking. There's picking for collectibles. There's industrial picking. You can make money with picking. You just have to pick your poison, which direction you're going to go in. YouTube. You can make money from AdSense. You can make money from doing instructional videos. You can make money helping other people create their videos. There's a lot of ways you can make money on YouTube. Amazon. Buy and sell, except Amazon is one of the largest portals on the internet. One of the biggest destination URLs. You can make money on Amazon if you have the right products to upload. Kindle. Nope, it's not. It's part of Amazon, but it's its own beast. Kindle is its own beast. I want you to think of Amazon as a sandbox, and there's another sandbox inside the sandbox. That's Kindle. Tons and tons of money to be made on Kindle. Amazon affiliate program. There's a reason all this is together. Essentially, if you have a website, you put the widget on your website. Someone buys, you get a little change. Okay, so you got stuff on Amazon, you got stuff on Kindle, and you're an Amazon affiliate. As they used to say in Living Color, more money, more money, more money. You can link all three of those together and make even more cheese. This you can't. Amazon FBA. Essentially, you go out, you find things, you send them to Amazon, put in their warehouse, and they ship, they sell, they do everything for you. You just provide the product. There's a guy here on YouTube who wrote a book about it. Check it out. His name's Chris. I'll have the comment down below. Writing. It's a great time to be a writer. It's awesome time to be a writer. If you know what you're doing, that's a whole different ball game. Scrapping. You literally go around looking for metal to take to the scrapyard to get change. It's a lot of hard work, but you can make cash money 5 to 6 days a week, depending on the payout schedule of the scrapyard. Etsy. Etsy was really strange in the beginning. They were like, well, if you don't make it yourself, we're not going to let you. They've totally changed. If you got artsy, fartsy craft stuff, or if you can make stuff, you know, whatever it may be, put it on Etsy, you can make you some change. Taking pictures. I know you're going, what? Taking pictures. Okay, whenever I do videos or put pictures on my blog, I have to go to websites and buy an image. I did a little research. There are people who are making 6 figures, not professional photographers. Understand, not professional photographers, but regular people just like you who went out and took a shitload of pictures, uploaded them on the sites, and every time someone like me goes there to buy one, they get paid. They get a little change. It blew my mind. But that's another way to make money. eBay, you can make money. I'm not going to get too deep into it. You know what it is. Making beats. Same thing, you know. A lot of times I like to use music. And with the way that the world is, if you rip someone's music off and you hit it big, they're coming after your ass. So to avoid that, I buy royalty-free music. Once again, just like taking pictures, there's somebody in their basement, boom, boom, making beats, uploading the beats. When someone like me buys it, or you, they get paid. I mean, it's crazy. I did a little research on that. Actually, there's a guy here, several guys here in Atlanta, and the guy that I had lunch with who kind of told me about the business, he's not a household name. You know, he does his own thing, but he makes 6 freaking figures. But he makes a lot of beats. And he told me, you know, he is a beast with this. And he works from home. Garage sale hustle. There's a technique to that. But if you know how to work garage sales properly, have enough of them, you can make a grip of money. This is something I personally know. Wrote a book about that too. Creating your own flea market. It's kind of part of the garage sale hustle, but it's a little bit different. It's a lot larger, and you do a few things a little differently. Part of making money A to Z with self-store. That stuff's in there. Conducting estate sales. Let's break it down for you to understand. It's not having an estate sale. It's conducting an estate sale. The difference is when someone wants to have an estate sale, you have a company in play. They call you up, or, you know, you go to people. You see that a house is for sale. I mean, you've got to do some groundwork. You got to do some groundwork because you need to get there before they get to the point, like when they need someone. You need to be in the loop. You need to advertise. You need to set up an ad. You need to know that you need to market that people will be able to find you for these sales because you can make a lot of money. And every day there's somebody that has a need for an estate sale. Someone to hold it, someone to do the marketing, someone to collect the money, someone to drive more traffic. Because most estate sales are just glorified garage sales if they're not properly marketed. And if you're a professional with that, you can make a lot of money. Haul off service. I've done this, and it was kind of part of my business. You can literally make a full-time income just looking for people to haul off their stuff and get paid for it. I've hauled off stuff for free. I've hauled off stuff to get and actually charge them a fee. It's a niche business. Like, you know, the biggest one is 1-800-GOT-JUNK. but they have a certain fee. You're going to have to undercut their fees. But that's a way that you can make money two ways. You can get paid to haul it off, and if there's stuff you can sell, since you're a resale professional, you can knock those ends out that part too. Your consignment business. What's a consignment business? If you're a resale professional like I was, because a lot of my friends know that I'm out of the business, so I don't get hit like I used to. And be like, hey, you sell stuff all the time. Could you sell this for me? Could you sell that for me? And I would sell it, and I would break them over the head at 50%. I'm like, look, it's my time, my resources, my customers. Take it or leave it, and they always took it. That's the deal. So you can actually sell stuff for other people. Now, there's a way that you have to do it on a broader level to make a lot of money, because, a few sales here, a few sales there, that's cool, but that may augment something else if you're doing something else. But if you really want to break out, you got to have a plan. Become a free stuff ninja. Every day in America, there's something on the curb that can make you money. Every day. I actually flipped a few things I found on the street last week for $280. Free money. I was just driving. I said, whoa, wait a minute. It was a changing table and some other baby stuff. And it was brand new. I don't understand why it was on the curb. I don't know what was up with that. But I was like, stopped. Ooh, changing table. Diaper thing. Boom, boom, boom. Put it on Craigslist. Sold it in a week. Free money. Now, if you become a free stuff ninja, where you're always on the lookout for that, and there's several venues and there's several ways that you can do this, you can make a full-time living. But once again, it takes work. Now, this is just an overview. I'm just giving you some great information. It's up to you to pick up your shovel and stick it in the fertile earth and figure out how to do this stuff. But for those of you behind the paywall of the Hustler Mindset Project, we're going to talk about some of these things and more in depth. I'm going to say, this is how this guy did it, this is how I did it, and hopefully it will work for you. And we'll just kind of walk you through the process in detail. Because the Hustler Mindset is about making you a better person overall. Spiritually, financially, physically, mentally. The whole 9 yards. And one of the ways to be really, really cool mentally is to know you've got some cash always in your pocket, your bank account, somewhere. That's a load off. I'm telling you, it's a load off to know you have access to funds 24/7, 365. It's a load off.